Park, knowing that it was likely somewhere in there. So, I mean, that's effectively where we are right now. Eric Adams, mayor of New York City, is claiming that they have a name. We could put this up on the screen. This was at some holiday party, I believe. He made these comments. He says the net is tightening on the CEO's suspected killer. He says they have a name, but we don't want to release that now. If we do, we're basically giving a tip to the person we're seeking. We don't want to give him an upper hand at all. Let him continue to believe he can hide behind the mask. We revealed his face. We're going to reveal who he is, and we're going to bring him to justice. Personally, I don't really believe him. I don't know. Maybe there's a strategic reason not to reveal the name, or maybe you don't want to get in legal trouble by implicating someone who you're not 100% sure that it is. But if you're out there saying, we know your name, then now the guy knows that you know his name. But I don't know. I'm a little skeptical. It seems like the more time goes on, like the trail has, as best as the public knows, effectively gone cold. And it is kind of wild given this was, early morning hours, but there were plenty of people out in New York City. It was in the most densely packed tourist area of New York City. Number of surveillance cameras all around are crazy. They even have drone surveillance now in New York City. And this guy was just able to effectively vanish without a trace and was able to be in the city for some 10 days. But very careful about keeping his face hidden and keeping away from cameras, et cetera. So based on what the public knows, seems like very, very little that they're going on. New York City has 25,000 cameras at traffic intersections alone, and that drone surveillance initiative, which began over Central Park.
And $1 billion a year spent on a lot of this. Look, this is a good view, by the way, into how much all of us are surveilled all the time.
That's
and
true.
The justification for it is that, it's so easy to stop terrorists and it's easy to catch killers. Well, it's been more than 72 hours. This man has been on the run. I mean, presumably, even with the feds involved and all that, we still don't have him being apprehended. His name has not been released or even leaked. That is one reason why I'm really skeptical. The NYPD is massive, and it leaks like a sieve. And I've covered these terrorism cases and others for a long time. When they have a name, Tom Winters at NBC or whatever, he'll have it in like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
and
so even if they don't want to officially put it out.
Yeah, even when they don't want to put it out, it ends up leaking. This happens every time. And
well, and there's also no indication that they've alerted. Like, if you had a name, wouldn't you alert all of the authorities at airports and at the border, et cetera, so that if that person shows up with their passport, you know what to do, but there's no indication that any of that
that actually raises even crazier questions, like, was he able to get out of the country? Was he able to
I think it's very
leave
possible.
the United States? I mean, you could take a bus pretty easy to upstate New York. Canada's not that far away. So there's a lot of indications, and then from there, who knows? You can get on a plate to anywhere. You can go to Switzerland,
could be hanging out with
Peru,
Assad in Moscow
Bolivia.
right now.
Yeah, Moscow. I think that's where I would head. I would head to Moscow. But yeah, I mean, when you read all of this, it is both terrifying in terms of how much we are surveilled, and then it also opens the door of like, well, what's the point of all this surveillance? I mean, look, maybe it's me. I think it's creepy that when you're in a cab, you're on camera. I mean, I get it. Crime and people getting robbed and all of that, but it's weird. It's like every time you get into an Uber, it's like you don't even think about it. Your face is being broadcast. Who knows what this person is going to do to it? You're in a hostel, somebody's videoing there. You're on the street. You can track your location everywhere. This is an interesting. I saw a funny analysis. It just goes to show you that we're lucky that we live in a country where it's mostly like low IQ people who commit crime, because it turns out like if you want to get away with it, I mean, to a certain extent, you kind of can. I personally thought, I said, there's no way this guy's not in cuffs, just because I had maybe too much faith in the surveillance state. I'm like, in this country, he had that one photo with his face down.
That allegedly is him.
Allegedly, whatever. I think it's him.
But, you do?
Yeah, I mean, why else would you release it?
I don't know. It looks so different. He looks so different in the different photos that they've released.
That's what I mean. Look, maybe he's wearing he was there for 10 days and wearing different outfits. I don't know. The point is like, I thought, who, if you've flown recently, actually in some airports, you don't even have a choice. They just, they take a photo of your face and it's facial recognition. You don't even give them your ID anymore. You just stand in front of the camera and it's like, boom. I've boarded flights, particularly international flights, in the last couple of years. You don't have a boarding pass. You literally just go and they hit your face with facial recognition and they're like, oh, Sagar and Jetty, 26E or something like that. So in my head, I'm like, okay, well, you just take that and you do facial recognition. You hit it across all the different driver's license photos just in the United States or criminal database, whatever. And I thought you'd be apprehended. The name, I thought it would be out there within 24 hours. But I mean, I guess maybe, either they do have that and they're not telling us, or, you know, even that photo is not enough. You would assume too that you would leave fingerprints somewhere in a hostel or wherever you are for 10 days on a backpack, DNA, etc. But I guess all of that will take some time. I mean, I still remain like pretty skeptical that you're genuinely going to walk free like a member of the Weather Underground or something.
I don't know.
And not get apprehended for
I don't know.
30 years. I mean, remember, they did get caught. You know, at the end of the day, all of them did get caught. It took a while, but I guess it could happen. You know, it could happen.
The other thing is that, you know, police really rely to a significant extent on public cooperation.
Yeah, that's
and you know, there has been some, but like the hostel that he stayed at, that, you know, provided security camera footage and like whatever. A lot of people are pissed off at them.
That's ridiculous. It's like, guys.
I mean, what are they going to do?
Yeah,
like
right.
you know,
you're going to get
of
a
course.
subpoena.
But I'm
Like-
just saying, and there's all these communities on TikTok that are organized around like, you know, helping to sleuth out different crimes and like looking and trying to find the clues and whatever. And they're like, no, we're not helping with this one. So I'm sure that tip hotline they put out has been flooded with all kinds of nonsense. And, you know, which if it's credible nonsense, you still got to track it down. You still got to chase it. And so that also makes it more difficult is to sort, even if they got a legitimate tip that actually could help them, if it's also being flooded with, you know, a lot of people who are not interested in helping or interested in thwarting, that can also make it much, much more difficult.
Hey, if you like that video, hit the like button or leave a comment below. It really helps get the show to more people.
And if you'd like to get the full show ad-free and in your inbox every morning, you can sign up at breakingpoints.com.
That's right. Get the full show, help support the future of independent media at breakingpoints.com.